properly describe a spot bill used in California legislation? In our legislature, a spot bill is basically used as a placeholder for some future language in a bill that'll be amended into that spot bill. Bills introduced in the California legislature without substantive language in them are called spot bills. Now remember, these are distinguished from the other type of placeholder bills. Those are called intent bills. They're also placeholders, but they express a statement of legislative intent. Spot bills, on the other hand, make technical changes to an existing statute. For example, a spot bill could simply change a person to any person. Spot bills are deemed to be non-substantive changes in the law. And as described by the Office of Legislative Counsel, the legislature's lawyers, a spot bill is one that does not make any substantive change to existing law and would not otherwise affect the ongoing operations of state or local government. So when you come across a spot bill in introduced bills, you'll see one of two statements in the Legislative Council's digest. One will say this bill would make a technical, non-substantive change in the law. And the other would say this bill would make a non-substantive change in the law. What's the difference between these two statements in the digest? Nothing. It's simply up to the deputy legislative counsel who drafted that spot bill to determine which statement he or she is going to use in the digest. Now, I believe that the latter statement should be used. Why is that? Because I find the former statement to be duplicative. Just like we shouldn't use in legislative drafting phrases such as null and void or may in their discretion, because these are duplicative. The digest, I believe, should simply state that the bill makes a non-substantive change in the law. Moreover, since we usually draft in the affirmative or the active voice rather than the negative or passive voice, perhaps we could change the digest to state the bill would not make a substantive change in the law. Ultimately, again, it's up to the bill drafter to determine which phrase to use. But just as California updates its statutes to reflect modern drafting language, so too should the Legislative Council digest language be adapted.